and the fact that gold's up to 1,300 or right at 1,300 today, and that's really a canary in the coal mine, as they say, that we are going into a collapse. And then I want to get into a host of other issues, issue by issue, see where you stand and where your new organization you've launched this year is going and what you hope to accomplish. It's ouramericainitiative.com. I'm Alex Jones.
We're on the march. The empire's on the run. Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.
This is Alex Jones with 5 good reasons you should consider buying a solar power generator. Number 1, new climate legislation could easily double or triple your electric bill. Number 2, our new energy czar wants to control how much power your electric company allows you to have. It's true. Total government control of electricity in the name of smart grid technology is coming. Number 3, in some areas of the country, the power grid is dangerously overloaded. And now, new socialist legislation is only compounding the problem. Number 4, dangerous weather is always a threat to local grids. Every year, thousands of families lose their power from weather-related outages. Number 5, a solar power generator provides powerful backup insurance and peace of mind. Folks, I really believe in the solar power generators offered by Solutions from Science, one of my oldest sponsors. You can get more information at www.mysolarbackup.com. That's mysolarbackup.com. Remember, the government doesn't own the sun, so go to mysolarbackup.com or call 1-877-327-0365. Hello, friends. This is Alex Jones. You've heard me talk about Cal-Ben 5-star soaps for years. This is an American-made product of the highest quality and compares to nothing you will find in stores. You can buy factory direct, shipped via UPS right to your door. Check them out on the web at 5starsoap.com or call 800-340-7091. Take my word for it. Once you've used pure soap, you won't buy anything else. Since 1947, Cal-Ben Soap Company has been showing consumers that soap can be tough on dirt and gentle on the environment. Buy American and stay clean, as well as support InfoWars. Visit 5starsoap.com today or call 1-800-340-7091. Well, Marty, what do you have to say?
As founder and owner for over 63 years, satisfaction is guaranteed or double your dirt back. Call us at 1-800-340-7091 for a free catalog or visit our website, 5starsoap.com. Thank you.
Hi, this is Alex Jones. Remember when I said you spell freedom F-O-O-D? It's really true. Legislation is in the process of restricting the growing and sharing of food. And a record number of Americans, over 43 million, depend on the government to feed themselves. Food prices are going up for Americans. Prices are going up, even for eFoodsDirect.com. This will require their first price increase in 3 years. The most important thing Americans can do for their own freedom and survival in these hardest of times is to get supplies of high-quality storable food. Because of the huge response to this buy 3 and get 1 free special, eFoodsDirect.com will continue this special until September 27th. Right now, you can buy 3 and get 1 free at the old prices. But move fast, because this offer ends September 27th. Call 1-800-409-5633 or on the web at eFoodsDirect.com/Alex. That's 800-409-5633 or on the web at eFoodsDirect.com/Alex.
Big Brother, mainstream media, government cover-ups. You want answers? Well, so does he. It's Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network.
What do you mean I don't believe in God? Talk to him every day. What do you mean I don't...
Okay, we're going back to former New Mexico Governor Gary Johnson here in just a moment. Here are some of the news headlines at GCNlive.com. Forget $1,300 gold. Some analysts are saying it's going to go to $11,000 on dollar collapse. Here's another GCNlive.com report. Will Obama force America to absorb a terror attack to save his presidency? He's got all these advisors saying that's what they need so he can get his agenda through. That's even in the Financial Times of London. Also, we have a video clip up there. CNN declares the Constitution racist. They say if you want any state's rights, you're a racist. You don't want government-run health care, you're a racist. Amazing. Absolutely amazing information up at GCNlive.com, also Infowars.com. But going back to Gary Johnson, speaking of collapse, why do you think we're headed towards a collapse? Where do you currently see us economically? And I don't think we have time to have 2 or 3 more election cycles, to vote the Republicans back in and then find out who's bought off and get rid of them. And then, then the establishment will use some crisis or new war as a diversion. So where do you really see us going? And why do you think we're in a serious danger of a collapse, Governor?
Well, the serious danger of collapse is going to be completely unpredictable. But the unpredictable part, I pointed out an example of whereby one government brings its debt to market and it's not purchased, and then it brings into question all government debt. On the optimistic side of all this, the way that it needs to get addressed immediately, there's really no tomorrow. Immediately, though, we need to embark on slash spending. In our case, 43% reduction in federal spending just to bring revenues in line with expenditures. If you look at the fifth biggest expenditure we have behind Medicare, Medicaid, Medicare, Social Security, and defense, we have interest on the debt, which if interest rates rise a couple hundred basis points, we're looking at doubling that expenditure, which I think is also inevitable at some point in the future. We do have the Federal Reserve that's buying up our own debt, and we have the Federal Reserve that's buying up long-term bonds to provide liquidity. This is a Ponzi scheme whereby the perpetrator is printing money. It's the worst of all worlds. Optimistically, we address the problem, we move forward, we right the financial ship, and we get back to what this country has always been about and what's so important, that what we've all died for, and I speak of all those that have died in this country in war, is liberty and freedom and the personal responsibility that goes along with that.
What's the time frame from your research and the advisors that you talk to? I mean, how long do we have till we're in a terminal implosion?
You know, from everything that I understand, this is really going to be unpredictable. It's not predictable. It's something that's out there. If the problems aren't so back to addressing the problem. You know, a real willingness to slash spending, a real willingness to reduce taxes, growing the economy. Markets are going to react favorably to that. Just understand that what's happening right now is just the opposite. Spending is out of control, and taxes are going up across the board.
Well, Governor, that was my next point. Bush doubled or tripled the size of government, depending on how you look at it. Obama's now spent more than all presidents before him, back to George Washington combined. He's accelerating everything we know will destroy the economy. They know that JFK slashed taxes, revenue expanded. Reagan did it, revenue expanded. Government knows when they raise taxes, it stalls the economy, less revenue comes in. So why are they doing that? I mean, getting rid of Larry Summers, Mr. Derivative, and replacing him with some other Wall Street shark, isn't that just rearranging deck chairs on the Titanic?
I don't think you could have said it better, Alex. I wouldn't have anything to add to that.
So they're just accelerating it. So, I mean, I guess we're doomed unless we get these people out of there.
I think, and on the optimistic side, in my lifetime, I don't think there has ever been the awareness that exists among people in this country regarding what needs to take place. It's just amazing to me that we're moving in the opposite direction of what I think is a collective notion of what does need to take place.
Well, you just said it, sir.
Which is this notion of slash spending, right the financial ship, lower taxes as a way to grow the economy.
Now, in your state, that is, has a lot of Democrats in it, and can go both ways, Governor. you were very popular, and a lot of the liberals liked you. I mean, that's why I think Politico, to read the quote here, ex-governor emerges as next Ron Paul. Former New Mexico Governor Gary Johnson is a teetotaling triathlete who looks the part of the laid-back Mountain West politician. But don't let the jeans and black turtleneck he's sporting on his new website fool you. Johnson is starting to sound like a mad as Hades populist with an eye cast of 2012 and the burning fury aimed at Washington. I mean, but you're not casting yourself as that. You've always been talking like this. So I love how Politico tries to spin that.
My experience in New Mexico is 2-to-1 Democrat. One of the things that I got known for nationally was, Alex, I vetoed 750 bills while I was governor of New Mexico. I had thousands of line item vetoes. Only 2 of those vetoes were overridden. So it ended up that I was able to prevent billions of dollars worth of new spending. I was able to prevent government that favored a few well-connected individuals, groups, corporations, as opposed to government that's supposed to work for everybody. I think by having said no that many times in a state that was 2-to-1 Democrat, I think what that speaks to is that citizens, regardless of political party, recognize good stewardship of tax dollars, and I'm believing that that's exactly what I provided.
Now, specifically, your organization, OurAmericanInitiative.com, it's gaining a lot of steam, and you basically just state these constitutional principles, and that's what you're promoting with your organization.
Exactly. I'm, again, 501c4 political advocacy committee. I'm the honorary chairman, which allows me to be talk out on the issues of the day, to be really a political activist without talking about running for office of any kind.
So is the New York Times and Politico and the rest of them, are they wrong when they surmise that this organization is the zenith or the genesis, the launching pad for a presidential run? I hate to go back to that, but, I mean, a lot of people hope you do run for president.
Well, people are drawing conjecture. Again, Alex, I just don't want to get sideways with my legal status, which is that I'm an advocate. I'm the honorary chairman of an advocacy committee. I just can't make any statement regarding running for office.
I understand, but a lot of folks want you to run.
That's part of this, and I realize that you can draw your own conjecture from it. But I'm not talking about that.
When will you start to make decisions on that front?
Well, talking about the issues and is what I'm saying resonating, and I got to tell you. I live in Taos, New Mexico. Skiing is my passion, and I kind of been looking for my exit visa since I started this, meaning, tell me that what I'm saying is irrelevant, and I haven't found my ticket back.
Now, let me get your view on how you see the establishment trying to block this constitutional populist awakening. They call anybody that doesn't want to have carbon taxes or open borders or government-run health care a racist. That isn't working. People see right through that kind of limousine liberal divide and conquer. But I do see the ace in the hole being the 20 to 30 million illegal aliens who they're trying to legalize, trying to make Democratic voters. And you've got Obama's aunt, I don't know if you've seen the TV interview from 2 days ago, you're on the road, saying, yeah, I'm an illegal alien, and I'm owed the 3 welfare checks I get, and America owes us this. I mean, so you've got 50+% of people either on the government dole or government contracts. So even if we wake up to all of this, what do we do about everybody who's dependent on government and the giant armies of illegal aliens that have been turned into a political weapon who are so angry at this country, they demand that school children not wear American flag T-shirts in San Francisco?
Well, there needs to be immigration reform, and I'd like to think that as a border governor, I really do understand these issues. And, there were a couple of other border governors that I think really understood immigration and what needed to take place. One of them was Ronald Reagan. The other one was George Bush. I think George Bush was right on when it came to immigration. and pointing out something that I think is really important, Alex, is that all the talk about George Bush talking about amnesty, what I talk about is a grace period,